It seems our government would rather take on anything rather than affordability. Funds that could have been used for small businesses that have been crushed by tariffs, or the growing number who are getting priced out of health care and food, that money is now being promised to the military to fund a war that was supposed to take 2 weeks and now has no end in sight. Leadership is choices, and these choices will be weighed and measured come midterms. Know that. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they are not to be trusted. But we do love a good distraction, don't we? And the president cooked up a doozy. The president who promised an end to lawfare is doing more of it in more ways than we've ever seen. I think he's pulling something I'll call a Nixon. The president seems to want to convince you that when he does the same thing that he is targeting in others, it's okay. Specifically, divisive talk. The man who called me and others enemies of the state, leading to lots of drama at my home and with my family, now says comedian Jimmy Kimmel and his whole company should be targeted because the president can't take a joke. Here's the problem. The FCC definitely has control over broadcast shows like Jimmy's. But it has limited legal ability. Well, it has limited ability to police speech legally. And why do I word it that way? Legally, they can't do it. But with this administration, since when do they respect the legal confines? And jokes about a president, even if you were to joke about a president dying, poor taste? Absolutely. Funny? I don't think so. But is it one of the categories they can look at? I don't think so. Why? Well, I looked at the categories that they can look at, and the only one that it could possibly fit under is obscenity. And even within that, it's usually about prurience and sexuality. The lowest level is profane speech, and it would have to be considered grossly offensive and a public nuisance. Does making an age difference joke about the president and the first lady come even close to that standard? Probably not, which is why the FCC isn't really doing that. Instead, in irony of ironies, it's forcing ABC stations to undergo a review for renewal of their licenses years early. The basis? DEI violations, as in the Trump administration thinks they have too much emphasis on diversity. You talk about a bad joke. But there are those who say this is the right thing for the president to do, and he has the right to do it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.